Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're going to talk about the Infernal Kirin. This is the mono black spirits tribe. Thanks to Kamigawa, we have the ability to have many tribal spirit decks. And I'm probably going to run out of cards before I get through all of them. Thank God that there's not a lot from Kamigawa that's expensive. I.e., I do not have Goro's Vengeance. That junk is $45 right now at this moment. So, yeah, I don't know. But what I have here, we'll start off with the collection of spirits first. We have Thief of Hope. A lot of these trigger on playing with spirit or arcane spells. So I tried to pack as many spirit and arcane spells as I can. I guess before we start with the creatures, let's the long forgotten Gohi. Now, it kind of fits the deck. You know, obviously we're going to be packing it full of spirits and arcane, so why not? And I haven't done any research or anything, but I don't know what the hell a Gohi is anyway. Anyway, since we're there, and we'll continue through the rest of the artifacts, have a jet medallion because, you know, it was Kamigawa. A lot of this stuff is a little mana costy. Soul ring, charcoal diamond. Have a Hall of Triumph or monocolor. Why not? The Baku altar is another spirit arcane rare that I'm probably going to need 50 of, since there were so many spirit legends in Kamigawa. Anyway, it makes little spirits. That's cool. Now, our general does make you discard, or to make your opponent discard when you cast a spell. We didn't really cover that, did we? Here, let's go back and take a look at him. Whenever you play a spirit or arcane spell, they reveal their hand and discards all cards with that spell's converted mana cost. I tried with the limited pool of cards that we have that are arcanes and spirits to encompass as many different mana costs as possible. But, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And because he does have a slight discard theme, I did things that are not spirit or arcane, like the Migrum, the Really Honest Caress. Let's see, what other kind of discard do we have? Siphon Mind is a really good draw card, if nothing else, and it triggers the discard. So, Mind Sludge is if you just absolutely want somebody to hate you, this is what you do. Because by the time you can cast it, you're just, you know, you're effectively mind twisting them. Oh, and yes, of course we're playing with Mind Twist. Mind Twist is one of those cards that if you've never been mind twisted, okay, people don't mind twist for 2 or 3. Okay, people mind twist for you do it for all the marbles. How many cards you got in your hand? 4. Mind twist you for 4. Drop your hand. And it kills you. You may not realize at that moment it killed you, but 3 turns later, when you lose to something random, this is what killed you. Anyway. Let's continue on with our creatures. Entropic Spectre. Now, some of these are just... they're spirits. He's a 5-mana flyer. And he forces a discard. So that's pretty okay, I guess. A 3-mana flyer, but it's a 1/1. But it has the Spirit Arcane trigger of Fear. So that's neat. Harbinger of Night. Now, yes, this will kill him. We don't have any cool ways to, you know, take counters off him or put +1 counters on him or whatever. This is just going to wipe the board of little guys and, you know, make everything substantially smaller. Nether Shadow. a lot of these cards in the Grand Creature type update of 2010, a lot of the older cards got new creature types. They did away with a lot of stuff like shadows and advisors, and oh no, I think we still have advisors, but shadows are now spirits, as well as poltergeist are spirits. I love Zenith Poltergeist. It's one of those cards that not a lot of people know, even when it's out there and it gets ignored, and you can have some fun with some I lost my word. Spot removal. Destroy target creature. Hey, I think I'll shoot your artifact there. Moaning Spirit. You can tell it's hurting time when you're using portal flyers. Actually, I should probably look at the last couple sets. I'm surely a Monkat had some black spirits in it. Yeah. Bile Urchin. Yeah, just a second. They lose one. Revenant, however, is a spirit that I've played with forever. Just number of creatures in your graveyard. So, question for y'all. Do you pronounce this Aname or Iname? Because there's three of these. There's the black one, the green one, and then the black-green multicolor one that is Aname or Iname, whichever, as one. I can actually see it being pronounced both ways. It being Kamigawa, I figure it's probably Aname. But a good friend of mine actually challenged me to do, he asked if I had done Aname as one, and I was like, no, I haven't. He goes, build it. So, that one's probably coming, guys. Tormented Soul, just unblockable dude. Emissary of Despair. Bray is a thing. We just left Kamigawa. Mirrodin's one of the most popular planes. People love artifacts, and I'm one of them. I do. And this guy dies really quick, but if you get one hit with him, it's worth it. Wicked Akuba. This is a different take on fire breathing. It really is. You've got to hit them with it, but then for the rest of that turn, you can essentially ping them. So it's more or less fire breathing because it does target player dealt damage. I guess you could like put a bow on it and plink them, Yeah, Kimiriana. Ona. Target player discards a card. And you can return her to your hand with the Spirit Arcane trigger. Now, Cryptghast. All right. Here's another question I have. I almost didn't put Cryptghast in. Almost didn't. Because, yes, Extort. I personally have issues with Extort. Now, we all know that reminder text does not contribute to a card's color identity. But my eyes still see a white mana symbol. I still see that Orzhov hybrid, and yes, it doesn't count toward color identity, but it just seems, but let's face it, Cryptghast is too good to ignore, doubling your swamp mana, so I don't know. I've been trying to find a way to get at peace with myself over it, but I haven't yet. Curl Pit Lord. You get enough life, and hey, everything's going to die. Skullmane Baku. Another Spirit Arcane trigger, but it's not phenomenal. Now, this guy, Myriad, I really, really like Myriad. It triggers all of your Leaves Play things, too, I believe, doesn't it? No, you exile those tokens. Okay, so that I guess Leaves Play they would, or Leaves Battlefield, but not dies. Oh well. Can't win them all, or any, in fact. He Who Hungers. sack a spirit, you know, and you get to play some cards from their hand. Kyoki, he's a good deck in and of itself, and he's going to be another dang black spirit or arcane. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll hit up on a bunch of black spirits. You would think Innistrad, since we just went back to Innistrad, there'd be a ton of spirits. Now, enchantment wise, we have the Curse of Wizardry, Bad Moon, I mean, it's mono black, and Death Pit's Offering. Death Pit's Offering, typically, you'd be surprised. That drawback is pretty substantial there, but you'd be surprised how many times that you get this where you don't actually have to sacrifice anything. You don't have any creatures on the board, or somebody just wrath or whatever. It doesn't, in our format, it's actually not bad. I like it, especially if you're on a curve where most of your creatures are cost more than 4. So, Sorcery Arcane. Here again, I wasn't real picky with the arcaneness because we don't have a lot to choose from. They were printed in 3 sets, and that's it. So, a lot of the, well, all of them that I had, mono black, spirit, and arcanes. I mean, I'm running Cranial Extraction, okay? Cranial Extraction. You're getting 1 copy of something. And yeah, if you know the deck, if you know your opponent, or if you know that, well, if they've got this 1 card, I lose. Well, you can just make sure that one player doesn't have it. But, you know, that's about it. Cranial Extraction loses a lot of its luster in EDH. But it is arcane. Where's the rest of our instants at now? Pull under. -5 is not bad, but 6 mana is horrible. Oh my gosh. Of course, our shoal, our black shoal, is a free kill spell. It costs you 2 cards, but you know. Death Denied. Soulless Revival. Now, I like to splice onto Arcane because when you splice onto Arcane, this card just kind of chills in your hand. I mean, because really all you're doing is, you know, adding this text to your Arcane spell, so you can rend flesh and then splice stuff onto it. Like, I don't know. All do is get -2/-2. Seems good. Orobi's Whisper. Now we have some just good mono black stuff. I mean, Tendrils of Corruption, Corrupt, Diabolic Tutor, Mutilate. I'm trying hard with the clicking, or the popping, or the Crux of Fate, and Extinguish All Hope. Rise from the Grave. We're going to have things dying. I mean, Doomblade, Tragic Slip, and Rend Spirit are all spot removals, of course. And then the last card that we have is Consume Spirit, because, you know, it's cool and it's a drain life that's, well, it's a drain life. That's about it. That is what I have got for this round of Mono Black Spirits. I'm sure there will be more, but this is the first Mono Black Spirit I've done. I'll probably just speed through the rest because I don't know how long it'll be before I get to another Mono Black Spirit, but it's going to be a bunch of them. It'll probably use a lot of similar cards, probably a lot of the same cards, so yeah. Anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.